Welcome to Inside the Soundwave Internet TV show, live from the beaches of Indian, Florida, where all of your local musicians get to tell their music story, from the beginning to the present. And now, here's your host, Mr. Soundwave.
Hey, welcome everybody, Internet TV land, right here, Indian, Florida.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who'd have thought? On the beach, Indian, Florida, right here, right across the street. Nice, beautiful beach. Too hot, but we are inside, and I've got one of the hottest drummers right here in Brevard County, Adam Hagerman.
How you doing?
This guy is, you got to hear, tonight on the show, show number 44, Adam's going to be playing some drums, and he's got Joey Z with him.
And Aaron Rhodes.
Yeah.
Impromptu.
They're going to do some stuff for you, and I'm really thrilled about that because a lot of the guests sometimes don't play anything, but they're really good musicians. But Adam's going to show you some stuff tonight on the drums, and Joey's going to show you some fancy stuff on the bass. And I know I haven't really got to hear.
Oh man, he's a monster guitar
what's his
player.
Name now? I can't forget.
Where are you from? What? Massachusetts. Yeah, up north, man. He just moved here. He's been here 3 weeks longer than me, something like that. Yeah.
I know him. I think I know you. Don't laugh. That's not funny because I'm from Massachusetts.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Small world, right?
That's pretty cool. When he walked in, I said, "Oh, he looks familiar."
Mm-hmm.
But you've only been here a couple weeks. Well,
seems like that's the story with everybody around here.
Yeah, that's true. You got a lot of good musicians around here. You came in not too long ago yourself.
Yeah, I've been here about a month now. Came from Missouri. Yeah, Joplin, Missouri, land of tornadoes and corn.
Wow. Yeah, there's not much ocean out there.
No. We got a lot of cows. That's about it.
Cows.
Yeah, cows and
the winters are rough, aren't they?
It depends on the year. Some years are bad, some are not so bad. This last year wasn't too bad. I don't think we got snow maybe once the entire time. Man, it wasn't bad at all.
Cool.
So.
Oh, we're getting back shots. Now I can see my hair all messed up. I got too many cameras now. I let my engineer run wild, and now we've got a camera in the bathroom. No, we don't have one in the bathroom.
Got that new switch box,
Yeah, there we are.
So, all right.
God, dang, this is ridiculous.
Man, I need to trim it up a
little
bit.
Now I get to see that. See, there's one right up over the drums now that we'll get to see it tonight from a top angle.
Oh no!
Playing down on the drums. There.
Yeah. No foot cam, man. Yeah.
No foot. Hey, hey, Keen, we got one going here. Foot cam.
Oh man.
Keen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure my engineer's here.
Putting him to sleep
I've
already.
had one fall asleep on me already.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. It's not funny.
No, you made good comedy, so good.
Oh, there we go. Good comedy. There's that shot.
There it is. Look at that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. The Gretsch and the nice DW snare you're letting me use this evening. That's great.
Yeah, I'm really honored to have you here. You're one heck of a drummer.
I know. We just do what we do,
How long have you been playing?
A while, man. I mean, my dad says I started when I was about 3. I don't say I started till I was 10,
yes.
But so a while, about a good 30 years at least,
Wow.
So a little bit of a haul.
And I think you said something about when you were a little guy around 3 in Arizona or something.
Yeah. I lived in Arizona as a child, and my dad had a purple sparkle pearl drum set, 70s, and I would go sneak down there and bang around on it. You know what I mean? And just. I don't remember a time in my life that I didn't want to play drums or that I didn't play drums. It's kind of strange,
Did you do anything when you were in elementary school? And did they have any kind of? I did programs when I went through school.
Yeah. I went through school. I did, I played in school. Did all the school functions and the marching band and.
Did you do a lot of marching band stuff?
I did some marching when I was younger. Yeah. When I got into high school, I got sidetracked and got into all kinds of other stuff, and just kind of went a different direction. I lost interest in the academic end of the drum stuff for a while. It was much later that I came back and really started trying to hone my skills as far as the.
Well, see, up in Massachusetts, drum corps are huge.
Oh yeah.
When I grew up, it was like a big event, competitions.
Yeah.
Oh man, they would practice for.
Yeah, see, we didn't have that out.
Days.
We didn't have that where I was coming up. When I was in school, as a matter of fact, I went to school in Kansas for a while. Coming up, when I was really first starting to get into it, we didn't have drum teachers or anything like that. There was, that just didn't exist in school. I mean, they had people playing piano and horns everywhere, and nobody for drums. Yeah, and so it was kind of, you had to find your own way. They'd bring in.
Yeah, you did, even when I was a kid.
Yeah, they'd hand you the sheet music, and you got to cipher through it. And eventually, I got it. Just from sitting there and following the music and going along.
So you read music too?
To a point. I'm not real strong. I've got friends that are amazing sight readers. They can sit down and you could throw the black page in front of them, and they'd probably be able to whip it right out. Right. I'm not that guy. I can read a Nashville numbers chart and stuff like that. I can read some notated music, but it's going to take me sitting down and actually working through it. A lot of times, by the time I read the chart, I've already memorized the song and I'm into it and ready to go. It's weird. It's a curse.
Yeah. My father-in-law is a drummer with the Melbourne Municipal Band and Orchestra and Swing Time Band.
Okay,
he's 80 years old.
Oh wow!
And he plays a brand new DW set that I talked him into.
Yeah.
And but he reads music.
Yeah.
And they'll throw a whole score in front of him, all them older tunes though.
Yeah, big band stuff.
Yeah, he'll just I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not me. I grew up with the Beatles, and I guess most of it you do by ear. You listen and
you
pick it up that way.
There's stuff that you pick up you don't even realize you pick up. I mean, when you listen to something for so long, and it just becomes ingrained. I know a lot of guys, my age anyway, or a lot of Rush fans.
Well, you just had a birthday, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. July 24th, a week ago. Mm-hmm. Worst day in a long time.
Oh, come on.
Thanks for reminding me.
No, man. For the age you're sitting at, I tell you what, for me, that was a good age.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's a great age. I'm telling you look 35.
Yeah, well, 30s have been good. They really have. I've been lucky. I feel pretty fortunate,
Yeah.
Been able to do a lot of fun stuff. And my buddy Jack back home in Kansas City, he says, I've lived enough for 2 lifetimes, and I believe it. And he has for sure. I'm not going to tell any stories here, but we've had some good times out and about,
Well, that's pretty interesting. What was the first drum kit you had?
First drum kit I had was a Ludwig rocker.
A Ludwig.
Yeah, my parents, they surprised me with it. They brought it home one day. Cymbals were like pie plates. I mean, every time you hit one, you'd have to straighten it back out,
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
But every drum, they picked it up out of a church. In the Midwest, there's a church every 10 feet, So they picked up this drum set, Ludwig Rockers, black, man, 5-piece kit, 12, 13, 16, standard size, you know. And every drum was filled with styrofoam peanuts, like, for muffling. So we spent the first hour just scooping out styrofoam peanuts.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, man. Apparently, there's a few places back there that still do stuff like that.
But that's just to muffle it down.
Yeah,
when you're playing in a house, or you mean?
In the church, they would want it quiet.
So that was their way of muffling stuff.
Yeah, they didn't.
Oh, that's pretty different.
I've seen everything from stretched T-shirts across the street.
I've seen that. Yes, no. I've seen.
I personally, I don't use any of that stuff, man. Yeah. I ditched muffling a long time ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, everything's wide open, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How do you? So you don't mind that sound, the kind of a ringing sound?
Oh, I want the drum to sound like a drum, man. I want it to be big and full, and when you hit it, I want it to shake my pant. If I hit a floor tom, I want my pant leg shaking. You know what I mean?
Good,
I want it just big and full like that. I want to fill a room.
You know? I'm wondering where I came in with all that muffling.
70s, man. 70s all the way, Back then, the way recording was, and guys were trying to isolate sounds, and you couldn't really do it,
Yeah.
And You know, you had guys like Steve Gadd coming in and doing all this stuff, and there's a bunch of them. I mean, it just kind of became the Eagles were huge with, you know, take off the bottom, you know, single-headed toms and all that kind of stuff to get that isolated sound. I mean, you look at, you know, like,
it's a dead sound.
Oh yeah. Peter Criss, man, back in the early Kiss days, you know, you look at his kits, they would take a microphone and stick it up into every single drum all the way around the kit, you know, so they could get the toms isolated and be able to do something with it, you know. Yeah.
They changed. They didn't do that much for the Beatles, from what I understand.
No. Or Bonham. Bonham was a huge you know, he would
cannons.
Yeah, you weren't going to cut a hole in his bass drum head. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't going to happen. No, you'd have a 26-inch Ludwig bass drum with a microphone 4 feet out in front of it.
That's how that Octoplus I have in the other room. There's no muffling on those.
Yeah,
upstairs.
Big and.
Oh man, it's 18-inch floor.
Yeah, man, that thing's rocking, man.
Yeah, that's loud.
Yeah, you've actually got one of the coolest Octoplus kits I've ever seen. You know, you don't usually see too many Vistalite Octoplus kits.
Tequila Sunrise.
Yeah, that's a rare one.
Yeah, it is kind of
for
rare.
an Octoplus kit, I should say. You know,
it's kind of.
I've seen a lot of other ones, solid color and, you know, wood. You see a lot of wood ones, but never a Tequila Sunrise
acrylic like that. Just like.
No, man, that's a find. I think
I found it in L.A.
Yeah,
in a storage unit.
Wow,
yeah.
That kit like that and they all match too. That's what I think is cool. But that and the Tivoli kits, you ever see with the lights inside of them
and
all that?
I have.
Yeah, man, those are getting harder to come by.
Yeah. I think one company's starting to make them again with some lights in them, but I don't think they're anything like the.
No. There's been a few companies like, you know, Orange County came out with some stuff several years ago. Yeah, you know, back in the '90s when everybody was jumping on the Orange County bandwagon, '90s and early 2000s. Man, they were trying all kinds of crazy stuff.
Because my father-in-law, we're talking drums, okay? It's that way.
Hey, I'm a drummer, man. Come on.
The other week I had Patrick McMichael here, and we had 22 guitars all around us. Every one of them unique in a different way. I had the shotgun bass. You know, I had Joey, I don't know if you saw that. It was a machine gun bass. It was cool. It had the trigger on it and everything. I held it in my hand just like this most of the night.
Oh, wow.
And you could actually hold it out. It had a scope on it and everything. It was kind of neat. Anyways, the drums, we went out and my father-in-law and I purchased the North.
Oh, yeah.
Set.
The whole kit?
Yeah. Believe it or
wow.
not, we've got it over in storage.
Oh, no. Does it have the snare drum with it too? The big, like the floor tom looking one?
Yep.
Oh man, you got to take me over there.
It came out of Maine.
Oh man.
And he spotted it, I spotted it. I've always wanted one of those, you know, and it is the coolest looking set.
I got a buddy, one of my really good friends back in Missouri is a freak over anything odd like that. You know, have you ever heard of Nigerian drums?
No, I haven't.
They had a bass drum that looked like an air conditioner. It was square and it had vents on the front of it. You know,
I haven't seen that one.
I've never seen one in person, but he's looking for those and North drums all the time.
Yeah, the
man.
North are cool. The first time I saw the North was Three Dog Night.
Yeah.
The drummer with them had the a black and white
nice
North
man.
set all the way down. Had 22 toms going down.
Billy Cobham actually used some North toms in with his regular kit, you know, and that was.
They look so weird.
Yeah. I've got a video from them like Montreux Jazz Festival in 76 or so. He was with Cobham Duke Band, you know, and they were playing, and I think it was that band. He had the North drums in there. He's playing a massive acrylic drum set and had these North toms and
mixed in.
Yeah, man, it was wild, you know. But that
had to look cool.
You never find the whole complete North kit ever, right. Especially with the snare drum.
Right.
You know, that's a rare bird there, man.
He spotted it because he always knew I was interested in getting one for here.
Yeah.
And I'll eventually get it out here.
Yeah.
And put it up, but right now we're trying to like put it off to the side. That's pretty wild. One more question before we have to go to break.
Yeah.
And when we do go to break, you're going to stick around because there's going to be some jamming music coming your way. I want to tell you right now, I got a little preview of it a little while ago before the show started. It's incredible. But one more question I wanted to ask, Adam. What was your biggest drummer influence when you were growing up? I mean, if you were a drummer, you had to have somebody like Sandy. I know it wasn't Sandy Nelson. I mean, I'm going way back.
Yeah. Teen Beat and all that, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, like when I was a kid, my dad had 8-track, tapes and records and stuff like that. And I would listen to, he would have like Charlie Daniels band playing all the time. Devil Went Down to Georgia and all that kind of stuff. But in the '80s, I wanted to be Tommy Lee.
Is that right?
I would tell my mom I want to grow my hair out, and I had this big hair I was trying to grow out, and I was practicing all the twirls and all the throwing sticks. I was doing it all the time, every day. I'd go to school and I'd toss sticks to see how high I can get them and catch, and doing all this crazy stick stuff, man. And yeah, that's who I would. I know it sounds funny. That's not, but as a kid, you're like, oh yeah, man, you had this big old giant bass drum and all this cool stuff going on. And I was like,
isn't it? He got.
Yeah, well, that was much later. Yeah, this, back then he was playing like a Pearl.
36-inch bass or something kind of crazy?
Much later on, yeah, but, that was an early, but as I got older, my influences have changed considerably, yeah.
What do you think of Mangini?
Huh? Mike Mangini? Yeah. Guy's phenomenal, man. All that mirror stuff that, like left and right, independent stuff that he does is insane, man. I love
Dream
Mike.
Theater.
Yeah, he's with Dream Theater now. Before that, he was with a couple other bands. Mike Portnoy was with Dream Theater, but before that, Mike Mangini was in a couple other groups. So, I think he played with Steve Vai. He played with another late '80s, early '90s rock band.
When I watch the videos on YouTube, I'd probably start drooling. I don't know. I think I do because I've never seen anything like that.
Vinny Colaiuta is probably one of my favorites. Steve Smith, those two cats. Jojo Mayer, any of those modern guys. Stanton Moore, I'm a huge fan of Stanton Moore. Thomas Lang.
Yeah,
Thomas is. I've watched the videos
he's a
and
teacher,
watched
instructor too.
Yeah, he's real mechanical and real technical. If you're. And I like guys that's got a little more swing. Yeah.
Lane was playing a Roland set that was a monster.
Yeah. So, and he's a great clinician. He does a lot of stuff like that. He's real good for the drum community. He could sell a product.
Yeah, that's true. He's got a lot of sponsors. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, Adam's playing around Brevard, right? You're kind of like just.
I'm kind of feeling it out right now, man. I don't even know what I'm doing really. I've been kind of jamming here and there. I've played with the rock band, blues band, a reggae soca band the other day. Man, it's a mix of stuff, But I've been a full-time musician for the last 20 years, and I notice around here it's not necessarily like that. Everybody's kind of got their own. It's you got your day job, and then you go play at night and hang out.
There's the guys with the day job,
and
they're doing okay, and then there's the guys without the day jobs, and they're like, "Give me work."
Yeah, man. That's me right there. Give me work, people. Come on.
Oh my God. When you got it. We're going to go to the video now. We're going to take a break, and they're going to set up. But I want you to all stay tuned for this next 10, 15 minutes or whatever you guys. Whenever you get tired, my engineer is going to tell me break. So I'll let them know when there's a break. Don't go away because you got to see Adam, and you've got to see Joey. And you've got to see
Aaron.
That's
right.
Aaron. Glad you're here. All right, I can do it.
Okay. One I just wrote like 500 years ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. certain it's around to go down. And I'm not the one to let you know. And I'm not your sympathetic home. Sitting there waiting. Just sitting there waiting on you. No, no, no. All right. Guys, I really do appreciate it. This is more clapping I had been since I was 15.
like to do one more?
Yeah, we're gonna do something in the pocket right now. Just straightforward grooving.
Do y'all like me? Okay. All right, well, this next one is called The Kind of Person That You Are.
Check.
You tell me yeah. You tell me no. Yeah. You tell me no. First you tell me that you love me, then you say you don't. You tell me that you need me, now you tell me that you won't. You tell me that you stay here, be by my side, but you disappeared, girl, when I close my eyes. 'Cause see, girl, you never change. You wearing me out. These things, they drive me insane. Sometimes you take it too far, but girl, the kind of person that you are, the kind of person that you are, the kind of person that you are, the kind of person that you are. Right when I thought that I could trust you, that I found out I can't. You say that you're a good girl, but a good girl you sure ain't. When I'm in and out of joy, places I go, we ask me why we're saying everybody knows. Girl, you never change. You everything that you are. They drive me insane. Sometimes you take it too far, but girl, kind of person that you are, the kind of person that you are, the kind of person that you are, the kind of person that you are. Well, girl, I really hope you're happy for the things that you've done. 'Cause when I'm looking at you, you're really having fun. And I'm thinking of the misery and the pain that you leave. And I think you got it figured out. Girl, it's you I don't need. 'Cause see, girl, you never change. You wearing me that you are. These things, they drive me insane. Sometimes you take it too far. Which kind of person that you are? The kind of person that you are. The kind of person that you are. The kind of person that you are. 'Cause see, girl, you never change. You wearing me as you are. These things, they drive me insane. But sometimes you take it too far. Which kind of person that you are? The kind of person that you are. The kind of person that you are. The kind of person that you are. All right, another big thank you. I'd like to thank Mr. Will Spatafora back here. Yeah, see, I know it. I see. I told you, man. After 15 years, I can get something right. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, sir.
Hey, we're back. I'm still talking about that performance was incredible. I don't know what I can say. Right here on the soundstage, they have three guys with that kind of a combination and talent, and you're just jamming, kind of, sort of, right?
Yeah, it's all completely unrehearsed, made up on the spot. So. Just a lot of head nods going on, you know. Saying, yeah, you take it here, you take it there.
Yeah,
you know?
I was trying to take pictures, but I mean, I had to listen. I didn't want to take pictures.
It's nice when you got guys that are that talented that can read the body language and listen and pay attention to what everybody else is doing. You know, you got to have big ears.
Yeah, it does mean, you know, the movement.
Yeah.
I could see orchestrated a little bit there too, but that's incredible.
Yeah. When I was a kid, they always said, you know, have big ears. I kind of took it literally, and you know, yeah, it was completely wrong. You know,
oh, okay.
I'm stuck with it now.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna want Adam to sign one of the drum heads for me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man, I'm not kidding you. I love drummers.
As long as it's an Aquarian drum head.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll buy one, and next week you'll sign it for me.
Yeah, man.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Now, was that not, if you saw it live, you saw it, because you'll get to see it recorded in another couple hours, but to see it live with the three of them playing that, it's incredible. I don't care what you say. It's incredible, and I know you're going to say it was incredible. It really was. Joey and Aaron, incredible, incredible bunch. Yeah. All of them were all of them excelling at, you know, all of you at the same time. It's really cool to hear and see that.
That's what happens when everybody's, you know, of like mindset, you know, and everybody's working off of each other. You know, you can do those kinds of things. You know, in a band, when you've got, you know, one guy over here doing this and one guy doing that, and they're not listening to each other. It just doesn't work, you know what I mean? But these guys are paying attention and making eye contact and you know, looking around and listening to little things, you know, like Aaron might play something on a guitar and Joey may pick it up, or I might pick it up, or vice versa. You know, it's kind of a rotating thing like that. But you know, yeah, we get what I told them before we started playing is like, well, I want to, you know, kind of play something that's a little, you know, maybe a little showy, for lack of a better term, you know, just to kind of showcase these guys, really, because, you know, they're phenomenal players. I mean, Aaron's been here hardly any time at all, man.
I know.
And he's, you know, one of the best guys that I've seen here in town. And truthfully, for, you know, especially this vein of stuff, you know, where you're just, you know, there's some great players around here. There really are some good, you know, I've seen multiple, you know, guitar players and drummers and bass players. I can't believe how many freaking bass players are around here that are ridiculous, man. You know? It's really nice. It's a nice melting pot. You got all different kinds of styles, and I think it's because everybody's coming from a different part of the country. You know, really.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we all got here from where, Massachusetts all the way out, Arizona. You said Missouri.
Yeah.
And they come from. And Joey, what? New York?
Connecticut.
He's
Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's New England sitting here.
Yeah, it is New England.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, you got all these different influences from all kinds of areas, you know, and you know, these guys have spent time in other places. I spent a lot of time in Texas playing with groups down there. You know.
Oh, you did spend time in Texas.
Oh, everywhere, man. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
L.A. Did you go to L.A. at all?
Not a whole lot, man. Every once in a while, you know, I've been to L.A. a few times. Or
New York.
been to New York a couple times, you know, just playing, and you know, never stayed there, never got to hang out. You know, it's always get in and get out, man.
How about Memphis and Nashville?
Oh yeah. So I spent the last several years playing in and out of Memphis or Nashville, you know, doing sessions and playing gigs and doing all that good stuff.
Did you ever hear Gibson Cage?
No. No.
We got male vocalists actually this year.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And country rock type.
Okay. Is it on with
we used to Skype a lot with him. He's on tour.
Okay.
He's got his band. He's up there in Nashville.
Nice.
And he's there. And John D'Amato. I don't know if you ever heard of John D'Amato. He's a blues.
Okay.
And
I've still got a lot of friends in Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that I do keep in contact with on a regular basis, and they're still hashing it out down on Broadway and out on the road. You know, some of my buddies are playing with some of the biggest guys in the country right now.
D'Amato was here. He's with St. Blues Blues guitars. They make it all these. Yeah, a lot of the guys. It comes from everywhere.
Yeah, it absolutely does, man.
It's amazing how and to have you here in Brevard County.
Yeah, but back to the music thing. I mean, I just with these guys, you know, with everybody being able to come in like that is just amazing to me. Is really solid players, and I mean, literally the only direction I gave them, I said, okay, let's do something that's kind of showy a little bit, and then we'll do a shuffle, man, because I love blues and I love Texas blues specifically, you know, and got an opportunity to play with a lot of really good guys that come out of there, you know, a lot of names, and did that, and then I just said, you know, that stuff is cool, and I said, let's do something that's just straightforward, you know, just straight groove, and you know, because I was told a long time ago when I was coming up, I said, you know, one of the older guys told me, they're like, man, somebody's got to be driving the bus. You know, if you're not driving the bus, you're not going anywhere. You know, keep it straight, keep it simple. You know, at times there's time to play all over the place and do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and there's time to
there's
just
time
keep
to hold
simple.
it. Yeah, Victor Wooten says, you know, if you can't hold no groove if you ain't got no pocket. You know, absolutely, man. You know, so you got to have a solid.
Well,
foundation.
you've seen all the drummers, I'm sure, a lot of them. Charlie Watts and all that.
I know.
They just carried it for the band.
I've seen them on videos, man. I can't throw down a couple grand to go watch the Stones.
No,
now if they want to send me a ticket, I'll be there, man. I'll be there front row. You know,
I go front row. I do honestly every time Rush comes down through Florida.
Oh man, you got some money.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the last time I went was a couple years ago. I had money then.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing this.
I just watched them on Palladia. I just watched that the video from 2011 they did. It was on Palladia.
That was the Time Machine.
Yeah, and that was a wild setup, wasn't it?
That was. I saw them twice at the end of one and the start of the next.
Yeah.
So when I got but you can't get. I was in front of sat in front of Lifeson.
Okay.
Because I like him.
Uh-huh.
I think he's phenomenal. And Neil, you can't get. He's back there. And,
he's got his own little world going on for sure.
He really does.
You know, when I was coming up, I don't know. There's so many drummers that I know that growing up that was it, man. I mean, you weren't anybody unless you could play, you know, 21-12 from start to finish, you know, and all that, man. That was their thing, man. I got a buddy that just moved here. He just won last year. He lives in Pensacola. His name's Chris Ozuna. He moved from Arizona. We went to school together out there. He just won the Gulf Coast drum competition thing they have over there. Yeah, came in first place. He's a phenomenal drummer, man. Just ridiculous. But that was his thing. When we were coming up, man, he could sit there and nail all those Rush tunes and Slayer. You know, we were like, let's play this stuff. But he would just, blow right through it. It always amazed me, you know, that he was able to do that kind of stuff. You know,
he stop on a dime and change tempo.
Yeah, he was far beyond where I was at. You know, I mean, he really was back then. But he came up playing with his mom's country band as a little guy. You know, he would go out on the road with him during the summer and play gigs as a young guy, Little guy. I mean, you know, like, I don't know, probably 10, 12, somewhere in there, you know, and he was drumming like, you know, I mean, when you come up like that, man, you're going to know your stuff. You know? And, you know, the older guys would always show you the way. That's where I got lucky. I was old, you know, when I was a younger guy, I got lucky enough to play with guys that knew what they were doing, and they slap the heck out of me if I didn't know, you know, if I was back there doing all this crazy stuff. No, not like that. You know? That's not how you play, man. That's not how you do it. You do it like this, you know. So, you know,
did you remember Jack's band then? Jack Starr's band? Did you remember Virgin Steel?
Virgin Steel. What was the other one? Burning Star.
Burning Star.
I've been like schooling myself on it recently. I've been going back and watching YouTube videos and things like that. And I actually watched this. He does a guitar show here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Jack Starr guitar.
Yeah. I've seen that, and I've seen that there's a poster back there where he's doing blues stuff too.
He's really got into the blues.
I watched it the other day. He had a band up here, a couple people playing with him. It was an older video.
Yeah, it was the DeVille, Blues DeVille.
Yeah, okay.
And that's different for him. That as long as I've known Jack, and he's still a shredder. You know, Jack Starr's a shredder.
Yeah.
It'd be good to have you maybe sometimes sit in with him play.
I'll sit in with anybody around here, man.
Not to give them a plug, but they're playing tomorrow. I think it's Saturday night at Steagles. And that's the Blues DeVille band, and it's one of their first gigs.
Nice. Yeah, I had previous plans. Actually, I'm going over there to the Beach Shack and going to watch Little Mike and the Tornadoes over there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a cool place.
Yeah, he's a guy he's from New York. He lives in Ocala area, I think, now, but he's a phenomenal harp player, man. And he's been on the circuit for years. He took a little break, and now he's back out on the circuit. I think he just got back from Spain or something like that. They're playing all over the place. Wow. He's played with everybody in the blues world, from top to bottom, man. I mean, phenomenal player. Mm-hmm. And so I want to go check out his band since it's literally 8 blocks from my house.
Yeah, you're right there in Cocoa Beach. You're not too far up the road.
Yeah, it's just right there.
It's a good drive. It's not a bad drive up.
No, not at all, man.
A1A is always beautiful.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I spent today. I mean, it's so funny. It's like,
what a place.
I talked to my sister back in Missouri, and it's hot and humid and getting ready to rain, and I'm standing on the beach, like, right across the street. It's so different.
It is kind of a blessing, I think, to be able to walk. Now, do you get to go around too much? You've only been here a little while, so you're starting to get around and hear some of the other groups around.
I've made it a point to go out and see everybody I can possibly see. I want to, I was when I first moved here. I mean, anywhere I've ever been. Like when I went to Texas, first thing I do is start going around and networking and trying to meet people, from Shreveport to Dallas and to Houston. I mean, I played with groups out of all those areas, man, and just, just literally, it was word of mouth.
I know. I bumped into you at Lou's Blues. You were there that night. I don't always go to Lou's Blues, but
that was the first time I'd ever been there. Yeah.
And I see you played there now. Sat in.
I've sat in. Yeah, I played with
John.
I've sat in with John Quinlivan. A lot of the local guys. I played a gig there, an actual gig, first paying gig in town with. Who's the guy? He owns a music store. Howie Katz.
Oh, Howie, Guitar Haven.
Yeah. I played with him one night. That was great. Joey was on that gig.
Oh, Howie's cool.
Yeah, and Joey actually called me for the gig. He's like, got me into the deal, so it was nice to. But and I played with a reggae band last week. That was a different world, man. Playing reggae in soca,
different.
And
Did you have a good time with that?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
because you can handle that.
Man, I don't discriminate, man. A gig is a gig. Music is music, and I'm up for the challenge of anything at this point. I don't care what it is. If it's good, it's good.
Have you heard Fun Pipe yet?
No.
Okay.
No, sounds like fun.
They're great. Good bunch of guys. Good guys. Joey, you haven't heard of them neither? Haven't heard Fun Pipe?
I've seen in that local magazine thing they were up for some awards or
something.
They
got some awards last year. I guess the best cover band for really good guys that are focused.
Nice, man, nice.
And Luna Pearls. And
yeah. I seen them one night. I couldn't.
They play a lot.
Yeah, to be honest, I couldn't tell you the names of all the groups that I've seen since I've been here. There's at least 20 to 25 bands I've seen since I've been here now. So.
Yeah, you'll see the busy ones out and about.
Yeah, and I've seen the ones that apparently nobody knows either.
That's the truth, because as much as I try to stay in the music scene here, there's so many.
There really is, man. There really is. heavy rotation.
Everybody's fighting for a spot in a club somewhere.
Yeah, what I think is cool about this area is there are. I mean, if you're in a band that plays clubs, there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Back where I was at in Missouri, there's not a lot of that. You know, casinos have kind of taken over. We've got a lot of, you know, they call it the tri-state area. It borders with Missouri, or you got Missouri, and then you got Oklahoma, Kansas. You know, as a matter of fact, there's a marker right there where all those states meet, and right on that marker there's a casino. You know, it's on the Oklahoma corner, but it's there, man. And there's probably about 15 or plus casinos in that area. You know, and some of them are big resort style.
And you get all the genres there too, the country. You
know, it's great for a lot of the guys that have the, you know, better bands, you know, because they can go in and make some money. And they, you know, of course, they bring in, you know, all the national stuff too, all the big stuff. I mean,
circuit bands too.
Yeah, the big, you know, real, you know, Vegas style entertainment. You know, they bring in the big names, and that's great to a point. But then it killed the club scene. You know, there's no club scene back there at all anymore. There's maybe 2 bars that have bands.
Wow.
You know, maybe 3.
Well, that makes it rough.
Yeah, I mean, and it used to, you know, 15 years ago it was hopping. I mean, you could go out and play every night of the week up and down, you know, different parts of town. And when all that big business came in, you know, everybody shifted their stuff. You know, it's a cleaner environment, man. I don't, you know, and so it's not like it is here. You know, it's a lot different here, and I think it's awesome that. I mean, I was telling my wife the first time we came into town, we pulled in and like, wow, there's signs that are actually advertising live music. You know, I mean. You don't see that back there.
Yeah, there's a lot of live music here on any given night.
Every night of the week, you know.
Yeah, between the open mics and the regular gigs. Yeah. And so we have so many soloists here, too.
Yeah.
You know, Billy Chapman and Carl Hudson.
There's a lot of patios to play on, man. I mean, you know.
They're busy. Sunnyland Steve. I mean, there's Cocoa Beach, Sunnyland. They're all working. You know, they get their gigs in and. Yeah, it's amazing around here. I can't believe how much is going on.
Yeah,
if I try to go out on a Friday or Saturday and catch a couple of them, as many as I can, I just don't hardly touch how many there are out there. It's
man. Well, it's a heavy contrast from where I came from. That's for sure. And you know, everybody's been real generous and accommodating for the most part. You know. Willing to hang out and talk to you, and you know, just real friendly. You know, I don't know how many times I've heard "Welcome to Florida."
Oh, we love you here. I tell you what, here at the studio, and then everybody else this is the guy right here. I was like, wow, he's going to come on the show. I really appreciate that.
I like the setup here. I think it's really cool. You know, you don't see many things like this around. You know, and it's you got the recording studio upstairs, you know, and you got, you know, it's a full-blown facility. You've got this down here.
This is a good shot for the musicians. I'd like to give them.
I think so, and you know what's great is, I mean, I've got friends all over the world, man, and there's people I know right now from different places that are watching this. I've been getting the text messages,
man,
so you know they're like, just play some drums, shut up, you know.
I'm sorry, folks, because I have to talk. You know, I have to get some information out of Adam. I want everybody to know about this great drummer right here. You had to have heard that performance. I'll tell you what, we're live still. If you didn't see the performance, I'd wait until about 9:30, 10 o'clock latest. And then you can go on YouTube first and watch it on YouTube at ISW Recording Studio. That's easy to type in, ISW Recording Studio. And then after that, it'll be on our site and YouTube all the time. And you'll get a copy of the DVD also.
Yes.
So that way there you can give that out.
Nice. Yeah.
It's amazing. What do you got going? Do you have any plans right here? You're here. Now we got you here. Mm-hmm. You know,
I would like to start working soon, you know. That's my first plan, you know. Yeah. I mean, I mean, seriously, though, I came down here. My wife was wanting to get out of Missouri. We had a bad tornado that passed through Joplin, Missouri a couple years ago, and it was wiped out most of the city. And she got caught in it and sucked out of a building. It was insane, you know. A lot of people died, like 163 people died or something like that. And a group that I was with at the time, I mean, we did a video for the whole thing, and you can still donate to it to this day. We released it, put a video out. It was on like CMT and the Country Network, TCN or something like that, and some other of those. And they had it in rotation for a while. The single was out on iTunes and every other thing.
It would help raise money for the
all the proceeds people from all that went straight back into the city. And
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it's still selling to this day. The band is called Livewire. Miracle the Human Spirit is the name of that particular single.
And you played drums for
Oh yeah. I mean, they're still going to this day. The band is, and they just released their latest single about a month ago. It's on radio right now. I think we have about it's either 4 or 5 today.
Are you still with them, or you?
No. Circumstances. I left the group a few months back, but they've got a great drummer now. That was I forget who he's with, like Joe Diffie or something. He's solid, good solid drummer. The band's still going. They're still. I think they just cut a new video for another single. It's called Whiskey Sunday. I played on the tracks back, with all that stuff, of course, when I was still in the band. So the newest CD is still being sold right now. It's Way Out West Records in Nashville. And
wow, that's neat.
So there's still a lot of stuff on the radio out there.
And it's a major record label.
Yeah. Well, it's an indie label, but they're anymore,
It's indie. It's indie. It's what it's all about.
Look at Broken Bow, man. I mean, they got some of the biggest names in country, and it's an indie label. It's just how it is. Things have changed.
Thank God for indie. I'm sorry. I have to say that because They had the wall up, and we came around the back and said hello.
Yeah, things have changed considerably
like
since the dawn of the internet, and all that.
Yeah, you couldn't get in the door. Now we got a way to get around the door and in the window. So we're okay now. Thank God for that. That's how I feel.
Yeah, man.
I don't care about what you guys feel.
But anyway, they're that band's doing great. And a lot of the groups that I used to tour with, they're still out there kicking and doing their thing. I've seen one of them right now is in London. Haddon Sayers band. I was with him for a while out of Houston, Texas. Doing, just a lot of guys out there doing a lot of good stuff, man. And I'm glad to see they're still out there doing it, even beyond what I was doing.
So you played a lot of country music.
I've played a lot of country, a lot of blues, rock, jazz stuff. It doesn't. Played all kinds of stuff, man. Funk stuff.
I'm not plugging anybody because I just like to give names. But over here at the Crown Plaza, have you ever heard of the jazz night they have on Wednesday night? It's a circuit thing.
No, I've been to Heidi's downtown Cocoa Beach right there on Minuteman, and they've got. They've got like of course that's a jazz club.
Right.
They have jazz 3-4 nights a week. The local drummer there, Stan Soloco, is a phenomenal, jazz drummer. Brushes, man. He's one of the first guys that I seen in town, and I brought my wife and my son Ryder there, and we sat there and watched, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this guy is ridiculous with the brushes. He's just playing all this crazy stuff and all. He had all the licks, man. Every lick that I could think of, he had it. And he was and then adding to it. It's like, wow, man, that's cool. But that was the first guy that, as far as jazz stuff goes, that was the first guy that really here locally that was like, okay, this guy's legit, man. And again, I've met several of the other local cats, man. And it's been good,
You have to check out the Crown Plaza.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't nothing new. This has been going on for 10, 15 years.
Nice.
It's every Wednesday night.
Nice.
They have the radio station there.
Really?
And the bands are circuit bands, though. They're the ones that come through and hit that night and move on.
Yeah.
And last year we did, maybe it wasn't last year. Well, I did a Larry Coryell concert.
Really?
No.
Here, right down the road. Oh man, that's cool.
And Larry was quite interesting.
Yeah, doing that kind of stuff back, and you don't get that in Joplin, Missouri. Kansas City, St. Louis, of course. Even Springfield. They've got a big theater there at the university that they bring in all kinds. I saw Peter Erskine with the Yellow Jackets play there one time. Wow. It was phenomenal. But then I've seen a lot of other cats there. I was in a group years ago. We were opening the show for Victor Wooten, and I was, it's the first time I'd ever seen Victor live back in the '90s, and it was just ridiculous, man. And so I mean, it's not that it's deprived necessarily. There are, you just got to know where to go.
Right.
You know.
We had Larry right here on the beach.
That's awesome.
And he was quite a guitarist.
Oh, sure.
Phenomenal.
Sure,
We
yeah.
had,
I'm familiar, absolutely.
You know, we had Tim Franklin playing the upright bass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he runs the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando.
Wow, man.
It's a cool thing. Jazz was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So you're going to be playing around Brevard.
Yeah, man. I don't have anything pressing at the moment. You know, just kind of hanging out with everybody, picking up gigs where I can pick up.
You got an emailer that people can send you questions or?
Yeah. HollywoodBamBam@yahoo.com.
There you go.
You know, I'm on Facebook. I'm, you know, all that stuff, man. I'm out there. Type in Adam Hagerman into YouTube. You'll find me. You'll find me a lot of places online.
That's great.
You know, Vader Drumsticks. I got to give a shout out to Vader Drumsticks.
Yeah, who do you want to? You got anybody else you want to?
Yeah, Vader Drumsticks, Aquarian drum heads, Audix microphones, Kelly Shoe mic systems. Man, I seen you had one yesterday.
I just bought one the other day.
That's awesome, man. Jeffrey and his wife are good people, man. They really are. And it's
quite a device.
Great product.
Yeah,
man.
it is a
great product. I love it.
An aquarium, excellent.
Man.
They've been around. I'm going to get some of them this next week. I'm going to get a couple.
Yeah, man. Chris Brady at Aquarian is really nice guy, man. Really good people. You know, and if you got any questions on which heads to get, I can help you out with
I'm going to probably get with you on that. So a couple, especially in the recording studio.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and get some really good top line up there.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. Yeah, man.
That's great.
But,
Adam, right here.
Hey, man.
He was here tonight. I want to appreciate him being here with Joey and Aaron. It was a great performance. You can catch it again in about another hour to 10 o'clock, like I said. And Adam will be around Brevard County, and you'll see more of Adam. We'll go around and follow him, and we'll get him on a couple of his gigs. He won't know. No, well, I'll let you. And Joey, Joey's around. He'll be playing too, right, Joey? You'll be in the area. Cocoa Police. No. Oh, I thought it was a benefit they were having. I'm kidding. And Aaron, welcome to Brevard.
He's picking up quite a few gigs too around here, man.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah.
Tremendous guitar player.
Yeah.
Very good.
I love that Strat, man. That's cool, man. Is that an actual? Is it an old one or is it a reissue? 66 Strat. Nice, man. Very nice. It's hard to tell these days sometimes, you know, unless you really know what to look for. I'm a drummer, so, you know.
Right.
You know.
No, that's the real deal.
That's a good one,
Nice.
66, man.
Nice, man.
Beautiful.
Very good.
Thank everybody for watching the show. Thank you, Adam, for being here tonight. You'll hear more. Like I said, you'll hear more from Adam here at the studio. I'll have him come back again, and I'm going to get Joey on the show.
Yeah.
I'd like to have maybe some other week when he's available. And I'd like to give you a plug too there, Aaron. You come on the show.
Aaron Rhodes, look him up.
Aaron Rhodes.
Facebook, you know. Yeah.
Joey Z. Thanks for all watching the show. God bless. We'll see you again next week, 7 o'clock. Have a good weekend.